we have the privilege of sharing on a very special topic. So get your pens ready, notepads ready, and it's going to be a hard-hitting topic. I'm going to talk short, fast, and on time. And if you know me, that's a miracle. So let's get to it. Today, our topic, before I do, we're obviously coached, launched, mentored, and loved by Executive Diamonds, Chuck and Uma Kakani from Dallas, Texas. And we are incredibly privileged and honored, and we owe a lot to them. And the organization that we have is a byproduct of their coaching, their leadership, their thought process. Let's get stuck into our topic. Our topic is this: how to overcome limiting beliefs through the power of self-talk and discovering your potential. You know, everybody has a limiting belief. There are certain belief systems that we have about what we can do and what we can't do. And I heard a great talk by John Maxwell. He said this. He said, it's not who we think we are that holds us back. It's who we think we're not. I'm just not a people person. I'm just not a morning person. I'm just not very good with money. I'm just not whatever. You fill in the blank. And when you tell yourself that you're not something, then by default, your brain begins to agree with you. And if you tell yourself that over and over and over again, your brain will compute and go, oh, whenever you have the thought to do exercise, you say, well, I'm just not one of those outdoor kinds of people. And so a little bit like AI, you can kind of program and teach AI a little bit about who you are and how you think about things. In the same way, your brain is like a computer, and it's programmed by what you tell it. So, we've learned this. Your mind is going to simply believe whatever you program it with the most. Think about that. Your mind will believe whatever you program it with the most. So the secret of how to overcome limiting beliefs is not by thinking. It's going to be by taking different action. And here's what you have to do. You're going to have to learn how to renew and reprogram your mind to learn how to think the way you want it and need it to think. That's the secret. To remove the limiting beliefs so that your mind is able to tap into its full potential. One of my favorite superhero movies, Captain Marvel. I won't give it away too much, but she's this unlimited superhero warrior. She can do anything, but she doesn't realize that they have found a way to limit her power, and she doesn't know it. And for whatever reason, she just can't beat certain bad guys. And because they've limited her power, limited her capacity, and she thinks, well, this is all I can do. And in the movie, she gets to this scene where it's literally life or death for her. And it's like she gives everything she has because she realizes, I need to be stronger. I need to overcome. And she discovers this limit they've had on there and figures out how to get rid of it. And she unlocks fire out of her eyes. And it's unbelievable. And I got goosebumps and jumped out of my chair and go Captain Marvel, because we all love seeing people overcome. So what about you? Why don't you overcome? So let's talk about, what do you have to do? The problem is that for all of us, we have limiting beliefs. And the difficulty with limiting beliefs is that there is an element of truth to it. Does that make sense? Like, you don't have a limiting belief for no reason. You have it for a reason. There's an element of truth there. There is a reason that you're thinking that way, because maybe you had tried and failed. Maybe you aren't naturally good with that skill set. But it doesn't mean that you can't develop it. So where are you getting stuck? Is it conversations? Is it budgeting? Is it organization? Is it learning how to be vulnerable and communicating? Is it learning to get up and go again after failing and falling down? Is it learning how to forgive? Where are you finding you having limiting belief? Are you ready? I'm going to give you 3 keys that are going to help you. Key number 1, self-talk. In order to reprogram your mind, you're going to not need to think about things. You're going to need to speak. There is a proverb from the Bible. It says, faith cometh by hearing, and hearing but the word. What does it mean? It means if you want to grow your ability to believe something or change what you believe, your mind needs to hear your voice speaking what you want to believe over yourself, not just thinking it. That's why people often struggle with depression or anxiety or fear. What happens often is you are either speaking negatively or you're just thinking, and you're not actually vocally speaking what you want. Your voice, your ears need to hear your voice speaking. Your mind is programmed not just by what you think, but also by what you speak and taking actions. So first thing is, you're going to need to get on with your self-talk. You're going to need to discipline yourself to speak who you want to be, who you are. Second thing you're going to need to learn to do is this. You're going to need to learn to reprogram your mind. You have to learn to do hard things every day. When we have a limiting belief, we have a tendency to avoid that thing. And the reason we avoid that thing is because we think we're no good at it. And so what you have to learn to do is rebuild the self-image on the inside of your belief system is that I am not scared of doing hard things. Say this, I do hard things daily. I'm not scared of hard things. I find joy in suffering. Here's what happens when you're not scared of doing hard things. When hard things come, you don't run away from them. You boldly step towards them. So this is the second key. In order to fix limiting beliefs, you have to learn to do hard things daily. Okay? So you have to train yourself to lean into taking action. What's the saying? Only action cures fear. Chapter 3 of The Magic of Thinking Big. Only action cures fear. So how do you do this? The moment you have a thought to do something and take action, you should immediately get up and do it. Immediately. The last thing that I want to tell you, third and most powerful, important thing that Rena and I have learned to overcome limiting beliefs. Number one is the power of self-talk. Your mind, your ears need to hear your voice speaking it consistently. Number two, you need to embrace doing hard things and taking action. You must do hard things. Take that cold shower, say that height, do it with your legs shaking. I went up on a high ropes course this last week. I hate heights, but you know what? I had to overcome it. And so what did I do? I knew action cures fear, action cures fear. And I self-talk my whole way through it. I will not die. Trust the rope, trust the rope, trust the rope. I wasn't saying, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. No, I'm speaking the truth. I can trust the rope. There is an element of truth that if the rope breaks, I will fall and die. But the good news is the rope, the fear is unwarranted because the rope is weight rated to carry 2 elephants. And I don't weigh 2 elephants, not yet. So the whole point is my fear is unjustified and unwarranted. So self-talk. Last thing, number 3, accountability. Who are you being accountable to? Are you being accountable with your coach and mentor? And, sharing. This is the hard thing action that I took today. This is how I've been actively engaging in taking action to overcome fear in this particular area. So these are the 3 keys that I would encourage you to take to help you break the loop of overcoming limiting thinking in your life and in your business. You got this. With that, God bless from Rena and I. Back to our host, Prabha.
For the calendar year 2024, the average income from Amway for all U.S. registered IBOs at the founder's platinum level and below was $723 before expenses. See www.amway.com/income-disclosure for details and the most up-to-date information. Earnings depend on many factors, including customer base, business experience, effort, dedication, and quality and performance of the downline sales team. While the techniques and approaches suggested have worked for others, no one can guarantee that these techniques and approaches will work for you. In addition, we want to emphasize that success in this business does not come without hard work. This is a copyrighted program of Markerman Productions, affiliated with MarkerNet Incorporated. Duplication of this program is strictly prohibited. For existing IBOs only, not for use with prospects.